Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Jason Salyer, and that is
Rico Santos.
Rico Santos. And we are doing a little bit of additions to the homestead today at the Salyer habitat. We're going to be putting up a gate, putting up a fence. It's basically just a deterrent.
Shit.
What'd you hit?
I found Jimmy Hoffa. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Something in there.
But basically just a deterrent that will keep any riffraff from trying to wander up and see what I've got going on up there. I think we're all pretty familiar with the 9 Ds of home defense, but just in case we've got any newbies around, I wanted to go ahead and go over it, cover it in detail, and just make sure we cover all of our bases. Number 1, detect. We need to detect the threat. We need to be able to see the threat before they see us. I got a splinter. Oh.
Yeah, on that one you will.
Left with your legs. Number 2, deter. That's why we built a fence. We put barbed wire up, we put a gate up. That is saying clearly, stay out of here. You could stay over there, but we don't want you on this side.
Now the dust from that is known to cause cancer in the state of California.
But only in California. Luckily, we're not in. Yeah. We're not in California.
I've seen this done with red clay and straw, and come back to it, and it's like
a rock.
It's like the Egyptians built it, man.
Yeah. Number 3D. Delay. We want to slow them down. Having that barbed wire fence and a gate, they're not going to just be able to waltz down the driveway. They're not going to be able to drive down the driveway without getting out of their vehicle and walking around the barbed wire, climbing over the gate, whatever it may be.
Then I have to leave for a while.
We've got our first intruder trying to come through our perimeter.
Back it up.
Trying to infiltrate my perimeter.
Questioning our authority. All right, let's do a super small amount of water.
More?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle of those two things.
Number 4, deny. From this point forward, you will deny any and all involvement in what goes down. That's important. So, like I said before, we're working on boosting the security around the homestead here, around the Salyer habitat, as I like to call it. Because we've had some shady characters just pull down the driveway. And it's always when I'm not home, always. When just my wife is here by herself, shady character pulls down the driveway. You know, who knows what they're doing, but they're just checking things out that they don't need to be checking out. And just having a gate up here is a good deterrent. Yes, I understand that a tank will be able to mow this thing down, no problem. But most people are not going to want to damage their vehicles by smashing through a gate and fence. So,
you know, for me, it's about making them dismount.
yeah.
Make them get out of the car and walk to you. Then you see a little bit of what they've got. They can't use the vehicle for concealment of their activities as much.
Yeah. See who you're dealing with.
And they're actually crossing a physical line.
Yeah.
Psychologically, they have to come through, over, like they're crossing into a thing. And so if you do end up having to cut their head off, it looks better in court, you know?
Yeah, they came through your gate,
through
or
gate.
or cut your fence or whatever,
Right,
you know.
that's nefarious enough.
Yeah, there's clear intention there if they come through. Defend. You need to defend your homestead with any and all capabilities that you may have at your disposal. One of the best things I have for security around here is that right there, Maggie May. She is an amazing watchdog. She will bite you, don't get me wrong, but she's not gonna hurt you too badly, but she lets everybody know that something is suspicious around here. She doesn't even let birds fly across the property, so she's a very good watchdog.
Knock it off.
Better homes than cars. I have a tendency to overdo things, like over-engineer.
There is that. You should see Alan K's driveway. It's the most perfect gravel driveway I've ever seen in my life.
It used to be that rain we had the other day.
Yeah. Messed you up again.
There's a couple. I'm gonna be back out there.
It's like he's out in the driveway, like on his hands and knees, like placing the stuff perfectly in the driveway. It is immaculate. Best gravel driveway ever.
I'm professional, dude.
I believe it. Yeah, we haven't given it any time to set up. And that thing is, it's not going anywhere. All right, so I want my gate to hit the middle of this post here.
Want in one hand and defecate in the other hand, and see which fills first.
Decapitate. Nothing says get off of my lawn like a man screaming and running at you with a very large knife.
What's with this guy in the weed eater? I'm digging over here.
Always on video day, there's either a lot of wind,
rude neighbors,
a lot of wind, helicopters, airplanes,
people faster up and down on the roof.
weed eaters. Always.
Just because you got running water don't make you no better than us. Let me show you a technique I learned observing state workers.
What's that? Are you helping?
You keep digging.
That's a good angle. Don't mind me. Just digging a hole here.
Here comes Sagebrush McAllister. Sagebrush McAllister. Deadliest gunfighter west of the Nutley.
Hey, Sage Bo.
You gonna help us drive some fast boats?
You gonna help?
Nope.
Where's your brother and sister?
They're inside. Elijah's doing his homework. Scarlett. Who's that over there?
Our neighbors.
Can I go see them?
No.
Why not?
Because you're too dang cute. You're too dang cute to let
I
go.
want to go see
You're
them.
too dang cute to let go. It won't be perfect.
And then that cleat is barely sticking up. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the ground, so
Yep.
yeah, perfect.
Dismember. It's going to be a family affair. You want to get the whole family involved. And if you've got really big body parts, you know, it's going to be difficult for the small children to be able to handle those. So if we get cut it up into smaller bits, it's going to be easier for us to take care of it.
All right.
So just eyeballing down the road here, we're going to call that 8 feet off the road. So we're going to go to the far end, measure 8 feet off the road, set a post, and then run a string. So we can get them all nice and neat in a line. Right, Sage Bo?
Right.
Pretty much right here, but we need to go this way as far as we can.
You know how I feel about ticks.
I know, Tim, I know. I'll do this part.
I'm just saying. You know that left a scar?
Emotionally and physically.
Oh, I hit myself in the nipple with the corner of the T-post.
Hate when that happens. I've seen it 100 times. T-post to the nipple.
Yeah, it hurt, dude.
I believe it.
I'm not bleeding, but like, not all scars are visible. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's where our first one's going. Hey guys, get out of the road. Get out of the road. Kids, tell you what.
That's all right. Darwinism will kick in a minute.
Yeah, that's why I had 3 kids instead of just 2.
That's, yeah, I wanted a couple spares myself.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a couple of them may not make it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure one won't.
Yeah. I mean, statistically.
Yeah, you know. I took notes from when I was a kid. I had the realization I'm going to hang out with the old dudes and I'm going to learn everything they know, because like they didn't survive this long being stupid. And I like how to sharpen things, how to do
Yeah.
anything they talked about. I was an open sponge, just like
Yep.
soaking all that in. I'm gonna repunch this one because it didn't want to stay. That's because it's on a rock. I'm just staring at the string out so it could be. Got it? Yep. Yeah, I've had that happen.
Gets all.
Using their phone now.
Well, let's get
I don't even think it's on. Look,
I think that's probably.
it's safe. It is.
So too shaky.
Can I borrow your camera, please, for a moment? Thank you, baby.
Number 8, disperse. We're going to scatter that across the whole back 40. It's going to make it much harder to find.
Last one.
That's it. I think we're looking good. We're ready to party with some water.
So did you get a large pokey or a small pokey or a medium pokey?
I'd go small pokey. Well, it's a large poke, but with small wire. Big poke, small wire.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how pokey
On a scale of 1 to pokey,
are we talking about here?
man, we're like at 11-4.
That's
On a
bad.
scale of 1 to pokey.
What do you think, buddy? Is this going to work out? Did we get a pokey enough wire, or should we get something pokier?
Is it pokey enough?
Like razor wire. I would have went with razor wire
wire
myself.
would be even better. Should we get razor wire too?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Let's start in the woods and come down. What do you think?
Why don't we start in the woods first and then come down this way?
Well, you know, I thought about that, but if we start in the woods first and then come down, you know, gravity's working with us.
Yeah. Okay.
But unless you'd rather start in the woods,
Well, we can just start in the woods if you want.
have it your way.
Okay. I'm not difficult. Too much. Ah, yes.
Barbed wire.
A little barbed wire over
Put it
there.
up a little bit.
So what I'm doing is I'm using this against my shin to hold the tension. You can see we got things tight as a banjo string. And then with that frees up both hands. One hand to hold the nail, which I'm gonna angle using the barb on this side to pull against. Like that. I'm gonna really sink that one. And what we can do is drive another one here if we choose to. But see, when I let off, that holds that tension. So that's pretty darn tight, isn't it?
That's exactly how John Wayne would have done it.
That's the way John Wayne did do it. Muy excelente. Porque yo no sé la palabra para cachitos en mi rifle.
What?
In the village, the quiet village, the tweakers sleep tonight.
And then, of course, number 9 is going to be decompose. We're going to let the coyotes, the bugs, the earthworms take care of any and all evidence. And that, my friends, are the 9 Ds of home defense.
You only have one more thing.
We got to drill one hole, which we could have done had Jason Salyer charged his batteries. Stay ready, you got to get ready. But here we are, squandering time, which is the fabric from which life is woven. For want of a battery, a charged battery. And there he is, doing the walk of shame.
Having that there, it's like instead of sleeping with your bedroom door open, you're closing your bedroom door. That's what it feels like.
You know, we teach preparedness.
Right?
Right?
Right.
And here you are.
I'm prepared.
Batteryless.
Hopefully this one's not dead. I don't know. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee.
Is it not gorgeous today? I mean,
It's a beautiful day.
dude, man, look at that sky.
It don't get much better.
And we won the lottery of life.
Look at the boy with a puffy jacket, swim shorts,
And
bright
boxing
orange
gloves.
shirt, and a boxing gloves.
I noticed that as he was leaving. I thought, he's got his boxing gloves on. He ain't
looks-
messing around.
It gets a style from me. You know,
Eclectic.
I'm a pretty fashionable guy for the most part. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, it's not escaped me.
It's like we know what we're doing. I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but that's just how I do things. It's how I do it. So we'll hook this onto here. I'll do this like that, and that'll just be our, you know, when we don't lock it down thing. I think Bob's your friggin' uncle.
I like it.
Look at that. So we finished up the fence, we finished up the gate, and it just feels more secure. And now I understand that you could drive a big truck through this fence and plow through it, but it's unlikely that someone's going to want to take on that damage to their vehicle.
True.
And it just basically gives us a solid, firm line that says, hey, this side okay, that side keep out. And I think that's kind of the whole point.
It is. You know, the main thing you're doing is you're making them get out of the vehicle and come at you on foot. Then, you know, it's a little more level playing field. You can see they can't conceal as much. You don't want a van to just be able to roll up high speed and then have 8 dudes pop out touching your house, you know?
Yeah.
This gives you some standoff.
Well, at least, even if I don't put a lock on that gate, which I probably will, even if I didn't put a lock on the gate and just have it kind of just chained up there, you'd have to get out, rattle the chain, make a lot of racket, and like you mentioned before, maybe we can hang noisemakers, bells, all kinds of different things on there to make it more obvious.
It's part of an overall system, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have the dogs, you got to have motion detecting lights, you got to have signs up, you got to have cameras up. You know, this is just a part.
Step one
of an overall strategy. This defines a perimeter, and then you do things to enhance it. Like maybe we'll bring a pole saw and take some of these lower limbs down so that, you know, you can see what's going on.
I'm typically wouldn't show you my house on the videos, but you can't even see my house from here. I mean, it's well hidden, but from my driveway, from my deck, I can see the gate and I can see what's going on down here. So someone pulls in,
like this tree, if we took those lower limbs off smooth,
drop a couple off.
That's going to give you a shooting lane.
I put these on here. We put these on here just to so that the critters that are used to roaming through here freely without a care in the world are like, oh, okay, they got to go around this thing now and not get tangled up in the barbed wire.
Or at least jump over it.
Yeah, they can definitely jump over it. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Make sure you leave a comment. Today's comment, let's tell us what do you think? Your favorite dinosaur? Go with that. What's your favorite dinosaur? Leave that in the comments. Helps the algorithms. What do you think? What's your favorite dinosaur? It's been in the sun a lot. Not very talkative right now.
Pterodactyl?
Pterodactyl, good choice. It's a good choice. Anyway, see you guys.